Good morning. It is the beginning of a new week. If Sunday is the beginning of your week, it was yesterday. If it's Monday, it's Monday. I'm sitting here watching the sunrise and thinking about the seasons are changing, the sun's coming up later, the days are getting shorter, and change is inevitable always with seasons and Mother Nature. And I was thinking about earlier this weekend about the change that I went through. Oh, check these flowers out. One of my amazing clients, she brings flowers here. And I think she just really loves my response every time because I'm like, they're so beautiful. Beautiful flowers. But 3 years ago, I was telling my mom this yesterday because my mother's birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday again, Mom. She's 62 and she's in good health. Her mental health has increased. She's gotten healthier every year since like 10, 15 years ago. She's becoming more vibrant and youthful. There's traffic passing. I'm here at the office. And then here's the sunrise. Let's see if you can see that. There you go. Now you can see the sunrise. So I'm sitting here contemplating, and I was telling my mom yesterday that 3 years ago, when I had to make a big decision in my life to change, I was humiliated because I was listening to my heart. Now, had I listened to my mind, I never would have sold my house. I was preparing to turn my home into an Airbnb. I had bought nice, things that Airbnb customers would appreciate and value visiting my home in another location in Washington, like not far from Seattle. So I was on the logical path of doing things financially and doing things that society would deem as very smart. And I got this voice for me. It was a voice that said, sell your house now. And it was a very strong feeling. It's like the voice of God, right? Sell your house now. And I had previously listened to this same voice the previous year that said, you have to do this alone. So I ended my 5-year romantic relationship. And so I had started listening to the inner compass, the voice of God, your intuition, whatever you want to call it. We all have different names for it, but you have it as well. The wise soul inside of you, the wise soul that you are, is speaking to you all the time. We choose to listen or not listen. And I sold my house and I moved into my camper, and I was going to massage school in Seattle, riding my bike. I had just gotten out of the Navy, less than a year previously. And so I was feeling very lost, and underneath the smile I tried to portray on the outside, because I was following my heart and my intuition. I hope you can hear me. There's like traffic going by, but there was humiliation underneath the smile that I put on. When people asked me, what I was doing or how things were going, I would be like, yeah, I'm sold my house and I'm living in my camper and I got a smile like it's all great, right? Who does that? Anyone do that? And then on the inside, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm such a loser. You don't have a place to live. You're 38 years old. What the hell are you doing? You just retired out of the military. You were a high level person, blah, blah, blah. My ego was just like on this, gravy train of life, which we all can do that. But yet I still continue to follow my heart. And when we follow our heart in this world, you're not going to feel comfortable because we have been raised in a system that makes you overstressed, overtired, overspending, overeating, overdrinking, oversexing, all these things, because we are actually numbing out from the dis-ease of not being in alignment with our heart and our soul. We didn't just come here to go to work and pay bills. We came here to enjoy earth. We came here to enjoy relationships. And my whole life, I had learned how to be a hard worker, how to make money, because I saw that people that didn't have money struggled in the world, and that I didn't want to struggle and fight like those people that I saw. I didn't want to fight over money. I didn't want to fight over anything. So I was like, well, if I get money for myself and take care of myself, then I don't have to worry about fighting and being unhappy, right? I mean, what else is driving us to go out and make money? Because maybe we saw people arguing over it. So I did what any good, 20-something would do, and I created a career that made a lot of money. And it might not be a lot of money to some people, but at the time for me, I was able to get the things I had wanted and travel and do things, and I thought that was the right way, just like everybody else walking around in America. I can't speak for, a lot of other countries because they don't live the way that we live. They don't do the rat race. They go outside and they watch the sunset as I'm doing. In other countries, sometimes, not all of them, but they appreciate and revel in nature. And they appreciate and revel in relationships. And I'm learning that. I'm in kindergarten. But at that time, I was humiliated because I wasn't doing the standard quo. And it wasn't that anyone else was judging me necessarily for what I was doing or not doing. It was myself. The reason I share this message today is because right now, what's going on the planet is a healing crisis. I don't know about you, but I've done a lot of detoxes. I've done cleanses for 5 days, 3 days, 10 days. You can do a 1-day cleanse. If you went 1 day without something that you're truly addicted to, whether it's nicotine, coffee, getting on your phone, calling or texting a loved one, or watching the news, you're going to have withdrawal symptoms. You're going to have some sort of healing crisis. If you do something out of the ordinary, you might get headaches or something like that. Well, guess what? We are healing from centuries of sickness. And the sickness is we're overworked, overstressed, and underloving. We are not learning. We don't know how to live in our hearts. We think we do, but then we end up people-pleasing and self-sacrificing and being resentful and feeling unworthy because we're not getting that reciprocated. And right now, everything that's coming up is like, this is really gross, but it's kind of like, when you have toxicity in the body, it comes out in like a big zit, and it's like this pus that needs to come out. Well, that's kind of what we're going through on the planet right now. And that's what I was going through 3 years ago, is that everything that was wrong with my life was coming up and out. And my ego was bigger than it needed to be, because that's what we grow in this society. We grow our ego. The ego is when we don't listen to the voice inside of us that says, I really want to go and plant flowers all day and put my hands in the dirt and be in nature, or whatever your calling may be. I really want to work with wood, or I really want to work with children, or I really want to work with the elderly, or I really want to make cakes all day instead of working this office job that I hate and I want to poke my eyes out every day when I drive to the office. So those are just a few examples of what is keeping us away from listening to our heart. And everything that's going on right now is asking us to make a decision. And as I was chatting with my mom yesterday on her birthday, we were having some really nice conversations. And during this time in our lives, we can't get the answers from a book. We can't get the answers from a friend. We can't get the answers for ourselves from a healer or a doctor. If we are choosing to get the answers for us from somewhere else, then we are not going to feel well. We are going to feel disconnected, diseased. And dis-ease is when we are not at ease with our heart and soul. So, we go through this healing crisis like I was going through, and I felt humiliation and I just felt out of sorts. And it's lasted for quite a while, that discomfort and unease about my decisions. So if you're going through this decision-making process of letting a job go because you don't value their standards any longer, that doesn't align with you, you're going to feel really lost possibly. And I just wanted to share my feelings of humiliation and grief and loss after I got out of the Navy, because I was having to learn how to be me, which I had never learned how to be in my at the time I was 38, I'm 41 now, and I'm just now learning how to be okay with who I am. Who I am is a very sensitive person, And my whole life, sensitivity wasn't welcomed. And my whole life, I saw that, well, if I do good at these things, then somebody will love me. If I do good at XYZ, then I will get love. So I learned to get love, which wasn't real love, but what I thought was love, through all these external things. And here I am at the young age of 41, learning how to value my own inner guidance and the inner wisdom telling me what is right for my heart and soul. And only I can learn that from myself. I can't learn it from a healer, a teacher. I can't learn it from a doctor or the news. So this message is for me to tell you that your heart knows all the answers that's perfect for you. And no one else is going to understand those answers. I just wanted to share how uncomfortable my journey was, because if you're feeling uncomfortable with the things that you're being called to do, then you're probably going down the right path. If you feel scared, you're probably going down the right path. If you feel like, gosh, no one's going to understand me, then you're probably going down the right path. If you feel that you're going to let everybody down, you're probably you're going down the right path. I hope that I'm making sense to someone out there, because I think these videos, they're more about that one person that gets the message, and maybe the 50 people that are like, oh, I don't understand what she's saying. And so for me, when I feel disconnected, the thing I need to do is to be in nature, watch the sunrise. Instead of looking at some work I wanted to do, I have to come out, sit with the sunrise, and breathe the fresh air. And as I say in many yoga classes, and I'll say it here, silence is loaded with answers. I didn't come up with that quote, by the way. Silence is loaded with answers. And one reason that we're not connecting to our heart these days is because we don't have any silence in our lives. Your phone is in your hand 24/7. There's something on all the time. And for me, when I can look at a bird and or look at chickens, or look at the sunrise or the trees or the waves or whatever the case may be, that gives me that space, that silence. Nature helps me to meditate. And meditation doesn't have to be sitting on a cushion with your eyes closed in a calm, quiet space. Meditation can literally be anywhere where you feel connected to your heart. It can be a walk. It could be sitting outside. It could be closing your eyes and just taking 3 deep breaths. So continue to listen to your heart, because moving forward, success will no longer be defined by money and status in our world. Success is going to be defined by how peaceful you are in your heart and how connected you are to your soul and its purpose here. Your soul's purpose is to like yourself. And we can only really like ourselves when we are doing the things that are in alignment with our soul. Only you will find the answers to that within yourself. And I love you so much. I hope this message helps you to find a little peace in your discomfort and your uncertainty, and maybe your feelings of insecurity as you make hard decisions the rest of this year and moving forward. Make those hard decisions, have those hard conversations. And when we can make hard decisions and have tough conversations, there is going to be great reward for peace inside your heart on the other side of those hard decisions. Please continue to not suffer in silence in bad relationships. Bad relationships with, it could be your phone, bad relationships with some sort of thing in your life. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be a bad relationship with anything, with shopping, I don't know. But give yourself the love that you deserve, and it may feel uncomfortable to say no to others and say yes to yourself. But I'm here to remind you that it's okay to feel discomfort, to feel unsure, and to feel humiliated with your choices, because we've been living out of alignment for a while. I love you. Have a wonderful day. Let me share the sunrise again with you from my patio here at the office, and then these pretty flowers. Aren't they so lovely? All right, have a great day. Talk to you soon.